Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of JFC Oliver and Friends. So I'm here tonight. We the first time actually showing without recording without Giulio, that is like on vacation now on in North Carolina, I think. So with me, I have maybe if it goes to the camera, I have Billo with me. Okay, so Bill is joining us for Santa Barbara actually, and he's from his cottage, personal cottage. Where are you, Bill?
All over the place.
And then I'm gonna introduce you. It's the first time ever here, okay? And he's the president of the JOC all over the Central Florida, and I'm here with Felix Bolanotte. Hi, Felix, how you doing?
Good, good. Happy to be here. Excited to be here.
Ciao, Stefania.
Hi, Steffi.
She's the president of JOC Salt Lake City. Felix, you know her, so and
Yes.
So Felix, we have a tradition here, okay? We are here. You just want to, as I told you, we just basically want to talk about Juventus and have fun, okay? And we want to know. Well, you are, I guess, you're American, right? Even if you're like you have like an Italian last name, okay? So I'm Mario, and so we don't know why you're a Juventus fan. Which one was your favorite Juventus player ever, and the favorite Juventus coach ever?
Well, just to kind of start with your first statement. So I'm actually from the Dominican Republic. Moved to the United States about 6 to 7 years ago. Obviously, my grandfather Italian, born in the Piemonte region. So I guess how I became a Juventus fan, basically, I don't have really a moment. It was always part of like my family. That was, since I was a little kid, I had posters that my dad posted on my room. I had shirts that my dad bought for me. He always talked to me about Italian heritage and all that. So for me, it was something that I never really had a choice. It was more something acquired. My dad obviously being very proud of his region, Piemonte, and and that's how I became a Juventus fan.
Where in Piemonte, Felix?
So it's I would say, just for reference, the nearest city, Cuneo.
Okay.
So
Because talking about Piemonte, we have another one. We have Edo here with us.
Oh.
It's only true.
Hey, guys.
Piemonte is with us. Okay.
Yes. So funny story. My grandfather fought in World War II for the Italian Army, and where he was born in the mountains, in a small town that was Italy before the war. But after the war, it actually became France. So by papers, we are French, but by tradition, we are Italian. So if you go to that spot nowadays, that is a French spot.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but very close to Cuneo, very close to the Genoa area. So we also had a lot of family in Liguria. So obviously close to that area as well.
Felix, let me stop you for a second. Please apologize. Forgive me. We have Filippo that actually is live. Filippo actually is a Sicilian, I think, and is actually in Montreal for a conference because he's a big guy. He's a big shot. Okay.
Sure,
So,
you say so.
how you doing, Filippo?
I'm doing good. Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Beautiful place.
So are you ready for?
I'm walking for my dinner place. I'm gonna be here for 3 minutes to just say that Matteo is wrong.
Honestly, I hope I'm gonna be like later, but okay. So
I already like you, Filippo.
Hey, Filippo, we have 2 minutes. Tell me your first feeling about Juventus. The first feeling about the first 4 days with Thiago Motta. That'll let you go.
Hopeful.
A man of a lot of words.
We have a good season. I'm hopeful that all the fans is gonna be united and support the team. I'm hopeful that the team is gonna do well.
Okay. I'll let you go to dinner. Okay. Hopefully you're gonna join us with another time where you're not so busy and about being like a big shot like you are. Okay. I know it's not that easy. And hey,
Sure.
have a great vacation. Ciao, Filippo.
Which vacation? I'm working, man.
Come on, you're going to Italy in a little bit, so come on, don't say that.
Sure. Say bye, guys.
Ciao, Filippo.
So
Sorry, Felix. So
No.
yeah, I'm waiting for the player. I'm waiting for the coach.
Yeah, so Coach, I'm going to go a little bit before our 9-season run. I'm going to go with Marcello Lippi because that was the coach that when I started watching football, that was the coach that was a Juventus coach. And, obviously winning the World Cup, that also helped consolidate that feeling. And then for player, I got to say that Piero. I'm a 90s guy, so I grew up watching him play. So
yeah, I think like Bill and I were close with AJ. I guess we grew up actually with him. It's kind of weird. So, but yes, look, we are in the middle like a renewal season for the Juventus club. You want to tell us a little bit about your club, and then we're gonna stop talking about what's going on with Juventus.
Yes, absolutely. So I always had the dream, or not the dream, but the goal of creating a club. For a certain period of my life, I lived in the Midwest. If you have ever been in the Midwest, you know that there's not a whole lot of people there, and obviously not a whole lot of Juventus fans. And if there are, they're kind of spread apart. But then I moved to Orlando, and I knew that there was a lot of people here. I obviously knew Martina, that she lived around this area, so I kind of connected with some people and started kind of like putting a WhatsApp group together and basically called it Juventus Central Florida without being official. So after that, we were like, hey, what do we need to do to make it official? And I think you, Matteo, and John helped a lot with that, helping us through that process and what we needed to do. Getting all the people, it was a lot of effort from many different clubs, right? I can't remember all of them, but I know a lot of people retweeted and, we're trying to get as much people for the club. And that obviously worked. In our first season, last season, we were able to gather around 35 people. Which is a very good number. That's about 15 above the required. And now we're up again in our second season, hoping to get more meetups and more activities.
Great to hear. Yeah, so guys, you believe it, like the season already started. Okay, so actually, well, most of the players are actually on vacation. Well, we don't have any player playing tomorrow in the final, so we're already in vacation, and somebody's getting married. Yeah, I don't know if that guy getting married is gonna play with us for that long. Okay, but we already actually had the 4-day with Thiago Motta as our new leader, okay? And I know that somebody today actually read his thesis about how he graduated from being a coach in Coverciano. So Edo, you want to tell us a little bit about his thesis? Because I know I think I read the one when Pirlo became a coach. Okay, after that, okay, if they can do this, I think everybody can do this. But okay, so.
Yeah.
Andrew. Right. Yeah, we have a story about this shirt actually. We're gonna share
A good one. We have a good one.
You should tell about it.
Go ahead.
No, well, look, Felix, you know, because Bill and Ned are part of the Olive Club, and actually Andrew is 1 hour member. So on Sundays, he lives in Pasadena, I think, right now. So he sent a picture with the new jersey. Okay, he said, "Oh, well, you're already in the store, right?" Okay, so everybody want to know which store, where to go. So on Monday, I called the store. I go over there, okay, and I basically got I pay for it. Still, I pay for it. Okay, there was this one, the new home one. I think it's really nice, actually, and with being without sponsor, hopefully, it adds some value. Yeah, and they have the away jersey too. I didn't buy the away jersey because I think you need to be really drunk to buy the away jersey. Actually, but that's personal opinion. Okay, so we put the post online. Our post goes viral. Okay, I have people asking me where I got the t-shirt, and the jersey, and I didn't tell anybody except one person. Okay, so just Effie. And so on Wednesday, this person actually, I'm gonna go back, and they told me that they don't sell the jersey. They're coming out till they come out next week. What? I have it. I still have like the the receipt to tell that. So I called the store. I said, hey. Do you have the new Juventus jersey? And the guys actually they sold me the jersey. Told me we don't usually sell a lot of Juventus merchandise actually, so as you can expect. So I called the store. I said, yes, we have a lot. Yeah. Which size are you interested? Oh, I'm interested in girl sizes. Okay, can you give me? Say yes. Let me check. So I come back after 2 minutes. No, the shirt is not available. We just have the last year. So. I guess somebody got in trouble. I don't know, but no, the second jersey I didn't buy it, Mauro, but believe me, you gotta be really drunk. Like, Edo, come on, tell us about something more interesting than this. But tell us about the thesis. Does Mota know soccer?
That's a good question. Well, I did two things actually. The first one, because as you said, this was the first week with the new staff, and I was wondering, kind of like how old they were on average, because we went from a pretty old-ish staff with Allegri. So the new one, at least the ones that I could, because it's not been officially announced, but I kind of put together, I think there are 7 names. So the average age of the new staff is 41 years, so it's pretty young. Compared to what we had last year, which was 54. So on average, we went down 12 years. So there is a big change in that as well. Just getting a lot of younger coaches and assistants, and as you've seen, like the first week, it's been pretty intense, or at least that's what's been reported in terms of
It's something to tell about that, but okay, it's better that we don't go there.
All right, but about the thesis. So yeah, it was like, okay, it's kind of like a lazy Saturday. What do I do? Just I go find the thesis, because when you graduate from this coaches academy in Coverciano, you have to give this whatever thesis. So it's about 30 pages. I think the key part of it is the role of the ball, kind of like which is somewhat obvious, but it goes in details about like his story, about like how he grew up, and kind of the attachment that he has to, this object, and like how it makes it like the central focus of all his coaching philosophy. The interesting part to me was the kind of like the few references to kind of current coaches that he gives. There are a few of them in there that are surprising, because some of them are not like coaches for which he played for. 2 of them are. So we have Mourinho and Gasperini, because he played for both of them, and he makes this kind of like comparison between the 2 of them. Like they had this idea of being vertical, but like they went about it in very different ways. So Gasperini wanted a more elaborated passing pattern, whereas Mourinho just wanted like straight direct ball up for the vertical. And then there's other 2 of them, one on the more like the defensive side, which is an interesting reference, which is Joachim Löw, the former German trainer. And he mentioned Löw because of the ability to regain possession very quickly once you lose it. And he made a couple of examples from the World Cup in 14 and the Euros in 16. And he makes this, interesting idea of like, even though you're attacking in number, but you're thinking already about the defending part. So if you lose possession when you're attacking and you bring a lot of players forward, then you're in good position to use these numbers to actually try to regain the possession very quickly. So that's the reference to Löw. And then the other one, it's more of a philosophical reference. It's Marcelo Bielsa when he was coaching Leeds United. and he likes the way he was coaching Leeds because he says that all the players knew that they had a specific role, in the sense that even though maybe the action was not going straight through them, they were still part of what was happening on the field. So those are the four direct references that he makes. There are a few more, like, Ancelotti and Laurent Blanc when he played at PSG, but
Yes,
not in very specific details. And then there is an interesting part about the philosophy, more like the psychological part, and how you deal with stress and how you want players to play up to their potentials. Kind of like because he mentioned that sometimes players and even his teammates at the time, they were so like limiting themselves because they were afraid of making mistakes, and how that kind of like, if everybody has that attitude, then the quality of the play really goes down. And one thing that is going to be interesting to see for us, because it's a big change from last year, for last 2 years, to me, is he wants his players to be very comfortable playing the ball, like having the ball in their feet and just passing the ball. He wants them to be very, 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 very comfortable with that, and I think we haven't seen them in a while.
So that's the reason why we're getting a new team, basically.
Well, you could say that, yeah. I mean, it kind of checks out.
Okay, interesting. Look, it's funny because that it was a story that Spalletti actually brought his takes about the 3-5-2. Actually, he became famous with the 4-3-3, and I remember the Pirlo was talking about building with the 3 in the back and having basically five player on the top. So that's interesting. But actually, I like Motta as a person. I didn't appreciate him as much as a player, but I think that shows how much I understand about soccer, because actually everybody else talks like Buffon, Chiellini, Bonucci, talk really good about Thiago Motta, the player. We heard the story about the 2012 Euro Cup. So look, guys, I love Allegri. I think a change needs to be done. Okay, and Felix, that's why I'm asking right now. I think a change needs to be done. Okay, we are rebuilding the team because we look like we were getting a lot of new players. But I'm really a Thiago Motta fan, since I'm following since last year, and I think with Spezia did amazing and everything. So it was my favorite between all the names throughout over there, between Italiano, Palladino, Conte, everybody. He was my favorite. It was my first choice. So I'm so happy, and we'll see. The only thing we think we can do right now is support him and support the team. Okay, that's the only thing I think is important from us. Okay, Billo, it's your turn. So, are you excited? Are you happy? Are you
extremely excited? Extremely excited. But everything is a new beginning. Is the role that Thiago Motta is going to have, but in particular, Giuntoli. Seems like they're working together, and they want to, like you said before, change the team, basically. We see a lot of moves already, and it's just the beginning of the calciomercato. So what is the day? Well, like day 12 of calciomercato. So yeah.
So can we turn the page without talking shit about the last page? Is it possible, Billo?
For me, yes. For me, we close with Allegri with winning a trophy, and in a way or another he left, and now we're moving on. We are also here to support Juve. Yeah. And I hope we don't see any weird hashtag after a loss or stuff like that. So no, we gotta give it a time. It was interesting that we have somebody that read the thesis of Thiago Motta. I want to ask Edo if he was the one he talks about the 2-7-2, about seeing like the field horizontally, like the two on the wing, basically the two lateral players. The middle part with the goalie included of the playing part, and the bottom two.
It's interesting because the first time I read about the 2-7-2, I was like, "What the hell? Like, how does this work?"
Yeah.
But and then I was like, "Okay, I need somebody to explain this to me, like I'm 5." And then apparently there are two schools. Like the most interesting interpretation of it is actually read it left to right instead of bottom to top.
Okay.
So it's like you have the two wingers, sort of like the fullbacks and the winger on the side, and then you have these 7 players in the middle section of the field, which include the goalie. And then the goalie is an active. It's really active in the sort of build up of the play. But like that's the way some people say we're supposed to interpret this 2-7-2. But yes, you're making a good point. The goalie is a very much integral part of the build up. And that maybe explains why we went so strongly after Di Gregorio, which is a pretty good goalie in terms of using his feet and just being an extra defender in the build up, if you will.
So, well, Steffi, Longobarda will play 5-5-5, not 2-7-2. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Now I go to Felix because we actually we didn't have a fight. We have a conversation like in the president chat, and they say like I know that you want to see progress. I think everybody want to see progress. I think I'm of the opinion, and it's my opinion that what we had done last year, it was we couldn't do better than last year. Okay, I mean, it's my opinion. With all things considered, I think Giuntoli got in the basically in charge like around July, and if it was for him, he was already gonna change Allegri. He couldn't, obviously. Okay, so basically, I think rumors saying that the deal with Motta was done around January. So he went for Thiago Motta, and he picked his guy. Okay, and that is gonna be his guy. So, and I agree. I'm all for that. Okay, so I know you're happy, of course, that were you expecting a different coach? Are you happy with Motta? And I want to know a little bit about your consideration with Allegri. Because it was 3 years they look like 35 years to me in the last 3 years.
Yeah, no, obviously I'm excited. As I said at the beginning of the call, I am a fan. I am not an analyst. I am not somebody that's going to come here and talk to you about tactics or anything like that. I wish I was more objective with things, but I'm a fan. I'm going to be subjective. I'm going to complain. I'm going to be the one that's going to be whining. It is my nature as a fan. I'm not going to be like, but objectively, we do have to say that we have to have patience with this guy. He apparently, from what we saw at Bologna, he's coming with something very different than what we have been doing for the last 3 to 5 years. So obviously, we're going to hit some roadblocks. We're going to see some mishaps on the field, people not knowing what they're doing, and I'm going to complain. That's for sure. When I'm watching the game, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck is this? What the hell is this guy doing?" But
we say similar over here. But okay.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is we have to have patience. I'm obviously excited, even if it was Allegri still being the coach. I was going to be excited for the new season. Whoever is the coach, I'm going to support him. I will be harsh on them. As you can tell from the group chat, but this is my team. This is in my blood. If I'm going to be harsh, it's because it hurts me. But yes, obviously excited with Motta, and I think with the players that are coming in, there's people that are going to say, "Hey, why did Allegri didn't get the players that he asked for?" And but we can't look at the past. I think we have to support our guy. This is our guy now, so bring him the players that he needs. If he fails, at least we tried something different. Juventus is not going to disappear because Motta failed. So regardless who comes in 3 years from now, we're going to be here in the same chat. We're going to be here in the same calls, supporting the team. So it is just the nature of us as fans to be here and support.
Yeah, that's great what you just said. Yeah, because I always tend to say that I always buy, at least 2 jerseys per year. Okay, I always get them without any name in the back. Okay, I know that and Julia always got somebody in the back, and always and every time he got someone on the back, probably the guy lost at least 1 2 years at the top. Okay, so I will try to convince him not to get anybody this year. But okay, but I always said that the name in the front is always more important than the one in the back, no matter what. It could be like Del Piero, it could be Buffon, it could be Chiellini. So we survive saying bye to Palatini, say bye to Shearer, say bye to Del Piero, say bye to Buffon. So we're gonna be. You're right. So yeah, I'm extremely excited. Honestly, right now I don't remember when we're gonna be the first game, because definitely I need to do. I need.
Como, no?
No. Yeah, I'm talking about friendly guys.
The friendly game. Okay.
Let me check it out. See what.
I think I don't know if it's 26 or something, because I can't wait, guys. I need to.
weeks.
Yeah, I need to see Juventus play, guys. So I think we play like in Germany, I think something.
Yeah,
like
against Nuremberg.
Nuremberg, right? Okay. So yeah, I can't wait actually. So guys, we at the moment we got a new goalie, Di Gregorio. Okay, we got 2 midfield, Douglas Luiz and Kefren Thuram. I'm excited about all 3 of them. Okay, but I haven't got like basically a huge investment in the midfield. Tell us about what they were thinking about our midfield last year. Okay, so and there is probably 35 new names every day. Okay, so are you fine with what we got right now? Because I don't think we can fix all the issue we have like in one transfer market session. It's gonna take at least this one January and next June, I think, to kind of get like in the right direction. Okay, so I'm extremely happy what Judy has done. Okay, we hopefully I love Cup Miners, but I don't think it's worth the 60 million, for example. I loved Calafiori, but it's not worth it 50 million. His value is around 25, 30. And guys, I tell you right now, if we don't get Calafiori, I'm all for giving like Heisen a chance. Okay. So what you expecting us to get and who you expect them like to go at the moment? And we want to go first.
I got it.
I'm muted, so
I would like to say no. I think everybody has a price tag, even Vlahovic, and the only one we cannot sell the one that we just got, and that's it. Beside that, Giuntoli is ready to make any move possible. We gotta build from the ashes what we did with the management in the past. Lower the salaries, younger players, but also players with experience. We're going to play Champions League. So there's a lot of things to do. It's a big load of job for the guy, for sure. I feel like we are good already because I see what the other team are doing. In Serie A, nobody's moving. The only one is Inter that got a couple of players on the free agency.
Yeah.
Beside that, Milan most likely is going to get Morata, guys, in front.
Yeah, it looks like almost
he will go for Zirze here and there, and at the end, you get the guy who's 32 years old. So I don't feel like we're in our best spot at all. Already having Kefren Thuram and Douglas Luiz. So, and I'm very, very happy about Di Gregorio. I feel like he's going to be a good addition. He got to prove himself to be if he's really worth it to feel the pressure or play for a team like Juve in a dedicated role like he has. So that's it. But
yeah, Napoli. We can say Napoli because they got Buongiorno, they got Spinazzola. They both fit like a Conte style of play.
But Spinazzola, is a part-time player.
Exactly, and that's why I did.
So,
and if you want to be honest, totally honest, he played 2 games, one against Atletico and one against Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So honestly, but okay. So yeah, you're right.
Buongiorno didn't want to come to Juve because he played for Torino, and that's it.
I think Giulio has a point saying that we never made an offer for Buongiorno, but we just want to show that Bologna that eventually we can raise the price for Calafiori. I know it's a conspiracy theory. I know, but that's what.
No, I feel like you really say no, but yeah.
No, and I didn't want Buongiorno. I don't like him. To me, is a Bremer 2.0, but not that good.
I agree with that, Matteo. I think it's money spent somewhere else is best.
Yeah, it's definitely a physical defender that has the same characteristic. If you want to see like a Bremer, for sure, he's not that dominant physically, but yeah, the
There
kind of
is,
player.
yeah, there is a belief right now, or a sense, that there aren't many left-footed center backs that are good. So they're, the teams that have them, they're raising their prices. As you can see, we don't have one. We don't have a left-footed center back.
Yeah.
We have Huijsen, but he's, he uses both, but he's not really a left
No.
center back.
Even Jalot, he played left on the three, but he's not really like a left player. So
yeah, but even there, like for example, we're talking about center back. Okay, we're Bremer, but okay, with Danilo that we can consider even a center back because you can play
hybrid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hybrid. Then we have Rugani, we have Gatti, we have Heisen, we have like a 5-6 Diallo, 6 center back. So yeah, but I think we need at least one fullback, because guys, you know that we always talk about youngster that they never play in Italy, and there is a reason for that, because Serie A is not like the Liga where there is 2 teams. Okay, the worst case scenario for Barcelona is getting 4th. Okay, it's getting 4th place, so they can play like a 16 or 17 years old because they don't have an issue. Okay, in Italy, you miss like a 3 or 4 game, you're in there is a chance you can miss the Champions League spot. So I understand there is that, but I'm all to give like one of between Barbieri, if it doesn't leave. Savona, to me, guys, is really, really good. Okay, Rui is super, super talented. He's already he played with the Sweden under 21. He's really talented. One of these, the guy, they need to stay. They didn't give a chance. So that's why I'm excited for a preseason, because I want to see them play. I see them play last year. Barbieri, I never watched him with Pisa, but for Rui and Savona, I'm so excited for that. I think Comenacia still need a little more time. Okay, so we need to give these youngsters a chance, and we need to be patient with them. That's my point. Edo, so about transfer market, so you happy? What you want us to get? Like a new striker, new winger? You want that?
Well, the question is what's happening up front with the wingers, because if Chiesa and Sule are both out, then that's another position of need that you're going to have to address at some point. And similarly for the center backs, like Rugani seems to be on his way out, or at least. And then Huijsen seems to be also looking for a place to go to, not staying. I don't know why he's so set on just leaving. So that's another place. Because if we go back to thinking about how Motta uses his center backs and how well they have to play, like in the build-up, I don't know. We need good, not just a physical, strong, imposing center back. We need someone who's confident and just comfortable playing the ball short or long or multiple times within the same action. So it's interesting to me. My big question is also, if all this talk about Cup Miners being the big target for the midfield, which I would be happy with, but the question is, Atalanta keeps it's 45, then 50, then 55, then whatever. So I don't know. I haven't heard what's the plan B in that case. Like, at some point we say, well, it's too much. I'm not going there, which I'm fine with, because I don't want to just, disrupt our entire transfer market for one player. But like, what's the option there if that transfer doesn't work out? But I'm definitely happy with seeing, a renewed midfield, because to me that was, the big missing piece last year. So good players, lots of, talent in terms of, the athletic skills, but also how they play the ball. So it's good. And then yes, the you gotta give Vlahovic a rest sometimes. So you need somebody else to play that position. And also going back to the thesis, I think it's interesting to see what Vlahovic is gonna do, because if you've seen Zirkzee play last year, which is sort of like this weird always moving striker. Like you never know where he's going to be. Like he's coming back, but not in a static way of like, I'm just going to go to the midfield, get the ball, and just pass it. I'm just going to come back and move it. I don't know if Vlahovic has all that.
And creating room for the others.
Create room for the others. So even if Vlahovic, takes on a big role next year, he's going to have to adapt. And, again, as Felix said, just be patient because it's not going to be an easy transition. But we need, like a replacement because we're going to play at least 55 games next year. So we need somebody to score in place of Vlahovic.
Felix, your turn.
Yes, no, very happy. Certainly there is an intention from the team to make the team better, so that's definitely appreciated. But there's going to be positions that are not going to be covered because obviously we would have to spend a lot of money that we don't have. And so if this coach is really the guy that says that he can improve his players, he's going to have to show that. He's going to have to play players in positions that they may not be the most comfortable in, but he's going to have to try and he's going to have to get the most of his players in certain occasions. So, as you said, Edo, if we sell Chiesa, if we sell Solé, who's going to play? So there's going to be new players probably coming in for those if we do sell them, and they're going to have to play there, and they're going to have to prove that they're worth. And the coach will have to prove that he can walk the talk. If he's saying that he can improve his players, everybody's going to be looking at that. We had a terrific coach, Allegri, that he thrived when he had good players. If you give him good players, he will be good. And that is not something to take anything away from Allegri, because there's many coaches that you give them great players and they do nothing with them. So, it's definitely we're going from a coach that, a little bit more pragmatic than what people like nowadays. But when you gave him the good players, you knew he was going to give you results a way or another. If it was a 1-0 game, if it was like a cortomuso, it didn't matter, but he was going to give you results. Now we're going to a coach that he says that he was going to play nobody in right back, and that player is going to be good because he takes, he gets the best out of his players. So again, patience, but definitely happy with what's happening. There's an intention, and I feel like as fans, this is what we want to see: an intention, movement. Hey, if you don't want to be here, we're going to sell you. We're not just going to kick you out. We're only going to sell you if the right offer comes in.
We can kick them out on time. They deserve it.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, the fact that there is an intention is what makes me hopeful of the future. Allegri, Matteo, I gotta give that to you. He was left basically alone. He got this guy in the January transfer market, Carlos Alcaraz, but it was just like a patch, and that you could see that there was no intention to become better, and that's where people complain.
You know what was said to me, and really I want to go forward, move forward, and go back. It's that it's not that we waste a year because we win the Coppa Italia, and to me the Coppa Italia that we won, it was worth a scudetto this year, okay? Because I don't think our team was as good. If the team was good, that we're thinking that the team we had last year was good, they were not selling everybody this year, and nobody wants our player because it doesn't look like our player really wanted by someone else. So it's sad because at the end they look more like a fight between the two sides, between Allegri, between Giuntoli. And I would never understand why, because I'm a fan. I'm talking for a couch. So, and basically, they couldn't talk to each other and say, hey, okay, Giuntoli go to Allegri, Max, look, next year we're going to go in a different direction. Okay, this is the last year, we're going to do the best. But we need to get the Champions League spot, because that's vital for us. Okay, then you had the time to look around to choose a new team. Okay, and tell us what we can do to help you. Okay, and Allegri basically says, and it looks like I never understand why that's never happened. Basically, it looks like it was a fight that culminated in the Coppa Italia when we won, when Allegri basically kicked out Giuntoli, and happened what happened. Okay. So it was sad, because it shouldn't have ended like the way. But let's move forward. And everybody for Giuntoli, everybody for Thiago Motta, and hopefully, because at the end of the day, our role is here to support the cheer team. I really don't like because that was happening. What happening with Sarri, what happening with Pirlo, and even what happening when the first year that Allegri came back. The first three training session we have like Continua. So even here in the United States last year, because there was a change from the year before. Okay, and they never trained as hard as this year. They died on the pitch, dude. It's July. It's 100 degrees. Okay, they're basically running as like mule. Okay. Of course, they're going to be tired. Okay, common sense. I will never understand that. Yeah, there is like rumors from La Continassa that the players are really tired. Well, okay, good. That's their job. I don't get that. So, okay. So, but that's me. So I don't want to be like more annoying than what already I am. Bill, you want to say something? Because now we have the last topic that is really important. Actually, I don't give a damn, but we need to talk about that.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, tomorrow there's gonna be like the Euro Cup final and the Copa America final. So we need.
No, I wanna say something about what Felix was saying about scoring.
Yeah.
One of the things to me was sad about the Euro Cup, and normally I used to see Juventus players have been involved in goals, and this year Vlahovic, Yildiz, Rabiot, Chiesa, nobody scored a single goal. So.
Even in the Copa America, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, and that is not something I'm used to as Juventus fan. Normally, I wait for this tournament to see the Juventus players scoring. So that was hard. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I think Vlahovic was unlucky, was playing actually out of position, because they were keep like switching between him, with Jovic and Mitrovic. But Chiesa was terrible. Again. Okay, and then
again,
Yildiz, I think it was mostly unlucky. Okay, but I think it was a growing experience for him. I think, and we need to be patient with him, because we see.
Totally.
So, and I'm all for giving like the number 10. I don't have an issue giving.
I love Yildiz. I'm not saying anything bad. I just say like the feeling I had watching this tournament, like waiting for our guy to score, and I never see that. It was hard. Yeah.
Speaking about the final tomorrow, I'm gonna be super short. Okay, I hope both Spain and England lose. Okay, I really hope that, or somebody from like an asteroid hit like Berlin Stadium. I really don't. I'm gonna watch it because I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna watch on the couch. Okay, but rooting against both of them. Okay, because I don't like it. Them. I just like Morata. I like to say that. So if I see Morata raising the trophy, I actually will be happy for him. Okay, and Copa America is going to be played close to you, I guess, right, Felix? And that was the plan since the beginning. They want to have like Messi raising the trophy in Miami. So that was the plan since like when they got the competition.
The script.
Yeah, and we'll see, because Colombia actually is playing. Maybe it's the only national team that's playing really, really good. I was kind of disappointed from Mexico. Was kind of disappointed for the United States. Even if both teams, I think they show some kind of improvement here and there. Okay, it was a terrible Copa America because the condition of the pitches were terrible. The referee was terrible. The fans were put on the stadium. Everything. The organization was terrible. Prices was super expensive, because I think like a parking spot for USA Bolivia was around $85. I don't even want to think what they're gonna sell tomorrow the ticket for. Like they play at the Hard Rock Stadium, right, Felix? the final?
I'm not sure. That's how much
Oh, yeah.
interested I am.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so okay, and if you think about that, they have basically Argentina on one side played the semifinal against team on his group. Okay, and the other side they have Uruguay, Colombia, Brazil, everybody else on their side. I just hope I'm gonna see two entertaining game. Okay, maybe one going to the penalty because it athletic to the. But I really don't care that much, honestly, about that. So, and I can't wait for Juventus to play against Nuremberg. That's the most important game in the next 2 weeks for me. So, Edo.
Yeah, I don't have a strong feeling about Spain. I mean, I think they're the ones that showed a little bit of a better quality throughout the tournament. Like England got lucky a couple times, like with Slovakia when they were playing, whatever, and then penalties a couple times or scoring in the extra a couple times. So if we go just by who I think deserves it, I would go with Spain. And again, as you said, I would be very much happy to see Morata raise the trophy once more. And then for the Copa America, honestly, I have not followed a single game. I'm not that into that kind of tournament, except for the fight on the stands that happened the last game that was entertaining. But yeah, as you said, I'm just waiting for Juve to start playing again.
David is
Yeah.
point.
David has a really good point.
But you know what the point is? That Spain playing a nice tournament. England is basing that because they got lucky. They're meant to have a nice game.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean, because they have the talent. That's the thing. Like, it's not like if you look on paper, the roster is pretty stacked. But yeah, I'm just waiting for Juve to play. When is the first friendly? You said
I think 26.
26.
I want to see the 26.
Long time.
Yeah, because
They're gonna train for real.
much harder than last year.
Yeah, but you don't have to move around and do the tournée for sure. So you just like they're training. So
yeah,
July 26th, 8 a.m. my time. So that means that I had to ask for for PTO. I had to ask for like some time and the plane. Oh, well, I'm gonna do it. I'm crazy about that. The problem is they're gonna play during the Olympics. That's not an issue. Okay.
Yeah.
Billo, so tomorrow to find are you gonna watch it? You gonna work? You don't care?
No. The England Spain game. There are two players I like a lot: Dani Olmo and Bellingham. So I watch it. This for sure. And Bellingham last year, he was to me the surprise of the year for me. To be able to move in a team like Real Madrid and be like the key player of the team. We all know, he had talent, but like to perform is a different thing, and he show up in every game.
Yeah,
and
Ancelotti has a really big role in that.
Yeah, part. And I love about England. I love the fact everybody was criticizing their coach, like Allegri style, like we did. All the England fans were like, say, "Oh, the worst coach, we playing the worst team I ever seen," and stuff like that. Now they're all out celebrating. It's funny. I mean, soccer things change with a win. So I like that part. But yeah, no, you have Kane, you have Bellingham, you get so much talent in the team, and you have Spain that have been playing forever since they're kids in the same way. So you have that style. The style of Spain never changed through the years, so that's gonna be fun. It's two different styles.
The Copa America?
About the Copa America, I heard that Colombia, I think, is 27 game in a row without losing.
I have no idea. So they say that they're meant for a loss?
No, I just say it would be a big surprise if they beat Argentina.
Oh,
they would be big if Colombia beat Argentina with the last game of Di Maria. For sure, it's not going to be the last game of Messi because they want him to go to the World Cup. But yeah.
Okay, Felix.
For me, I will probably. I don't know who I'm going to root for in between Spain and England, but probably Spain. A lot has to do with Morata, how he has been abused by Spanish fans all of his career. He's always been talked down. Even some of our fan base
yeah.
have always been unappreciative of him. So it'd be good to see him celebrate and win something, and just let the good guy win at least once. And then the Copa America, definitely Colombia, man. I'm sorry if we have anybody that roots for Argentina, but I cannot stand that team. It's very obvious what they're doing. Very obvious how they created the Copa America and celebrated Copa America every year just so that Messi could have more chances to win, and how the FIFA president talks about how it's unfair that Messi has not won a World Cup. Those are things that I don't like. I like competition, and I like when people win fair and square. And I'm not saying that they won with help, but that is the sentiment. That is the narrative spoken by the top. And when you talk like that as a top management person, that trickles down to the referees, that trickles down to the organizers, and in some way or the other, it affects the result. So
Great point.
I really don't want to see Messi win the Copa America.
But you know what is sad? Because honestly, I think everybody's going to say that Messi basically was the biggest player of our generation, the last 20 years. Okay, yeah, he goes with Ronaldo, but by talent, Messi has more talent than Ronaldo. Okay, and then you have to go to Zidane. Okay, but the last 20 years, and what is happening in the last couple of years, it looks like there is like the Argentina and Messi fan. Okay, and everybody else, they created two parties where like we just like should cheer for football and for soccer, and I don't like that. I don't like that one. Not my business, so just gonna watch a game. Actually, a good friend of mine, friends, so
I'll tell you this: in a final, I'll pick Ronaldo anytime.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, this we know that we play against Ronaldo in a Champions League final. And you put it in a final, and he's just gonna be the guy. Messi, he's he's been good. I'm not gonna say he hasn't been, but he's got a great team around him.
Yep.
He's got a good goalkeeper that wins in penalties. So that's also another one too, that he's never looked as the guy that is actually winning the games for Argentina, but he actually is. Goalkeeper is really good in penalties. So
yeah, it looks like they finally they were able to create the perfect mix around him. They basically all the team playing for him. Not that they were not playing for him like before, but like right now they found the formation with De Paul or Enzo Fernandez or McAllister or Paredes in the middle. Basically everybody is basically covering for him. And they found the good mix, and you see Brazil maybe not as good as before, or like kind of like a rebuilding. We'll see. So, guys, I never like to go over an hour, okay? So, and I need to finish with something that it has nothing to do about soccer, okay? And I don't know if you're gonna like it or if you're gonna hate it. The Bill sent me a picture that it was a cooking spaghetti with clams, okay? Spaghetti with vongole, okay? And I know Edo is a great chef. I don't know if you like cook Felix. I don't know, but as Italian. And I try to make spaghetti with vongole sometime. I actually I like to add the cherry tomatoes, at least 4, 5, or 6 cherry tomatoes. So, but I know that goes against the original recipe. So Billo is already laughing, so I know he's not approving. Edo?
Same. No tomatoes.
It doesn't need it. It doesn't need it. If you want to add it, you can add it, but it doesn't need it. It doesn't add anything to the plate.
Let's discriminate, between sins and cardinal sins. Like cherry tomatoes, that's okay. I've seen people actually put tomato sauce. That's like,
no, that's a big no.
Yeah.
Felix, I don't know if you have cooked that kind of spaghetti or
no. I usually stick to my carbonara. That's
good. That's a good one. That's not wrong.
I'm just gonna say this: Italian food wouldn't be Italian food if people wouldn't be messing around with it before the start of times. You know, people didn't have enough ingredients in the past, so they tried something new, and that's how it came all about. So,
Hey, that's a great point. Yes, a great point. Bill, you already work in the restaurant business, so. But okay, guys, that was fun. Okay, so when baby will be back, we have to get Giulio back, so we'll see what the boss is gonna say about that. So hopefully, worst case scenario, we need to be here to comment the first UA friendly. Okay, so
that would be nice. That would be nice for sure.
Felix, please be back. Okay.
No, absolutely. I'm glad to be here, and you know, if you need a guest speaker, let me know, and I'll be present anytime I can be. So.
That we create this just to have fun, just to talk like an hour. That my wife is already claiming that I need to go there and cook.
I got a baby to take care of too.
Just to say who carries the pants in this family. Okay, so. Well, why you laughing, Kilo? It's not that much different in your.
My house?
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Bye, guys. Have fun. Great talking to you.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Ciao.
Bye bye.